So we thought if taxpayer comes to know, then all the, whoever is willingly, if he wants to comply, then definitely they can come forward and pay the discrepancy, or they can raise a kind of a ticket with the department that this discrepancy is not correct. So that we can facilitate the taxpayer, we can empower the taxpayer, so that the taxpayer will definitely come forward and then make the payment. So this in this particular whatever the example that has been taken to display the tool, so only 5 kinds of discrepancies are there, so the only 5 are shown. The tool has the capability to evaluate the entire data and throw up 17 different kinds of discrepancies. So because of this, the taxpayer will have a 360-degree analysis of his entire functioning, his tax payment, so he can correct himself. He can make the course corrections. So that is the principle behind this, and the underlying concept, underlying the value that we have assumed is we wanted the trust. We want to trust the taxpayer, so that when we give this kind of information, taxpayer will make his whatever the corrections are there, and then he will comply with the tax rules. So that is the thing, sir. This will richly benefit all the taxpayers. So taxpayers can, so initially all the top taxpayers of 18,000 only we could enable this, because the reason being, so we are yet to get the data from the GST answer. So the GSTR 2B data, if we get, then definitely we can enable for all the taxpayers of around 4 lakh plus. And then I would like to make a request to Sri Dheeraj sir that the data may be shared with us, so that we can further provide this, this facility can be extended to all the taxpayers, and the taxpayers will get to know what his position is, and then he can make corrections. Thank you so much.
So thank you, sir. Sir, GST Mitra tarvata knowledge hub Jnana Kshetram gurinchi indaka Chief Commissioner explain chestunaru. So now the Jnana Kshetram is launching by the Honorable Ministry and other dignitaries on the dais. So then the Jnana Kshetram, we are releasing the books in the compodium phase, but we have a online full information is there. We'll provide in the internet through our executive dashboard of the department. So all officers can view all these things through online. So first we'll release the Jnana Kshetram, different compodium circulars, SOPs prepared by the department officials, and the guidance, noble guidance of the Chief Commissioner and Secretary, sir. So now it is opening now, please. Yes. Thank you, sir. Sir, జ్ఞానక్షేత్రం గురించి బ్రీఫ్ గా చీఫ్ కమిషనర్ గారు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారు.
So just to briefly explain what the Jnana Kshetram is. So I hope you could recall, sir, the first meeting that you had conducted of the department about a year ago, post reorganization. So Honorable FM sir has strongly, he emphasized that the department, if we want to put them to the next level, there should be a series of trainings should be given. And also everybody shall be clearly told as to what his job is, what is the standard procedure, and the instructions should be crisp and clear so that one can perform his job. Once we prepare this, train them, and then we periodically discuss over them, then it will lead to an improved functioning and the knowledge improves, and the improved knowledge will definitely will empower them. The empowered officer can perform better, and that will ultimately lead to better revenue mobilization of the state. So we have taken the concept seriously, and then under the guidance of our secretary, sir, so periodically trainings have been imparted. So trainings with the help of NASIN at Bangalore, NASIN Visakhapatnam, with the help of our Chief Commissioner of CBIC. So we could conduct trainings, and then similarly at the state level, 55 master trainers have been identified, and the master trainers have been thoroughly trained so that they became the trainers, the torch bearers of the knowledge, and then they started training officers down up to the junior assistant level. Similarly, then the exposure visits have been conducted. Two teams, one team headed by Abhishek Kishore, another team by Krishna Mohan Reddy and Nagendra. They all have gone to Bangalore and Mumbai, Karnataka and Maharashtra. They met the CBIC teams there with regard to particularly to learn about the practices related to service sector. Then further we have conducted, now the second round of training is now going on in the field, and at the same time a new concept emerged, that is the peer learning. Then in this direction, sir, we have started having a discussion forum. We started a discussion forum, and then this discussion forum is at the level of a regional level and the additional commissioner at the regional level. So they either in a hybrid mode, virtually or physically or both. So they discuss with the various officers on a particular topic, a burning topic, so or a case study discussion. So we call that as knowledge compass, and that is in every region in the last 1 year they conducted about 30 odd such kind of a knowledge compass based kind of sessions they have conducted. Then we came up with the idea, Secretary sir and with the help of domain experts, so came up with an idea that we will have profiles of each sector, and then the profile that includes not only the risk parameters related to a particular profile, the case studies, citations, and various other, the entire spectrum of the particular sector is taken, and a monograph is prepared. Those monographs are now being shown to you. So these monographs help the officer when the officer takes up an audit or inspection, or if the officer wants to conduct a training to his own staff, then in a particular sector, that monograph helps him, and this is under the banner peer learning. So this kind of about 20 or 22 different kind of sectors, such kind of profiles have been developed. So all these three, we call it as our knowledge hub. In Telugu, we call it as Jnana Kshetram. So this is the whole concept behind this, sir. Thank you so much for the idea and the support. Because of your support, we could get more than 5 crores for conducting trainings and various other kind of exposure visits and various other aspects in the last 2 years. So this kind of a support when provided to officers, particularly when the training is given and the exposure visits are done, then there is every chance that the greater compliance will be there, greater enforcement would be there, that would lead to greater revenue collections. And in fact, one team has gone to, in fact I also went to Kerala. this is on intelligence collection, human intelligence collection. So we have a strong data analytics center, and now with the human intelligence, and by marrying these two, the data collected from the machine and also the information collected through human intelligence, we want to marry these two, and then come up with a better enforcement strategies. And so this whole concept is our Jnana Kshetram, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So the whole Jnana Kshetram is, you have seen the live lo me andariki kanipistundi. The beauty of this Jnana Kshetra is you have to chart with the actual profiler and mentors of who created that profiles. So then iterate every 3 months, every 2 months, they will iterate and then update the profiles for the benefit of the officers and the other staff. So this entire background was created by one Mr. Sri Arun. So the online platform, I must congratulate him on this occasion. Thank you, Arun. So now the vision, mission and values of the Commercial Tax Department. So earlier మనకు తెలుసు మనకి ఒక విజన్ అనేది ఒక గోల్ అనేది లేకుండానే మనం పనిచేస్తున్నాం అనేటువంటి ఒక ఫీలింగ్ తోటి ఈ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ కి ఒక విజన్, మిషన్ అండ్ వాల్యూస్ ఉండాలని ఒక నిర్ణయం తీసుకుని కమిషనర్ గారు, సెక్రటరీ గారు, గౌరవ మంత్రివర్యులు వారి ఆధ్వర్యంలో ఒక విజన్, మిషన్ అండ్ వాల్యూస్ ఆఫ్ ది కమర్షియల్ ట్యాక్స్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ని ఇప్పుడు రిలీజ్ చేయవలసిందిగా గౌరవ మంత్రివర్యులు వారిని, డిగ్నిటరీస్ వారిని కోరుతున్నాం.
To further elaborate on the vision, mission, core values of the department, sir. So this is a shared vision. It is not something that we have written at the state level and then thrusting it on the officers. So the entire the vision statement or the vision building, it has been done through a consultative and also in a consensus manner. So we have discussed with our field officers, we shared the various vision documents, vision statements of the various other entities like CBIC, income tax, and also the state taxes of various states. And then also not only this, we have looked at the various countries' vision statements. And then again, we went back to the basics. The basic thing is, as you have been always telling us, the two topics or the two important critical items are the serving the taxpayer, serving the department. So we have taken the clue from that. Then all our, based on these two premises, these two salient points, all our ideas then converged, and then we came up this particular vision statement. So I just read out this: we endeavor to serve the taxpayer and the state with an efficient, transparent and professional tax administration. So the whole purpose is, it's not tax collection department, it is taxpayer service department, is a kind of concept that we want to induce and also infuse in the department. And then when we serve the while we serve the taxpayer, we serve the state also, but the way we serve should be, and it has to be, should be an efficient, transparent and professional tax administration. So that is the principle and the concept behind this vision statement, sir. Similarly, the core values are accountability, fairness, responsive, transparency and trust. And as I mentioned, when we developed the GST Mitra, trust is the basic, the value that we wanted to promote. So these are the core values of the department. Objectives and the mission, as you are well aware, sir, it is revenue mobilization, compliance facilitation, encouraging entrepreneurship, professionalism, sustainable economic growth, and hassle-free service to taxpayer. So removing the hassles and then facilitating the taxpayer with the service is the key concept. And so with this, I'll hand over to our Master of Ceremony to further continue with the proceedings of the today's program.
Thank you, sir. So releasing functions almost all were over. Now the Gaurav Atithulu, Visishta Atithulaiనటువంటి వేరే డిపార్ట్మెంట్స్, గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా నుంచి వచ్చినటువంటి మిత్రులు, అలాగే జిఎస్టీ నుంచి వచ్చిన వారు, గౌరవ అతిథులు అందరూ కూడా ఇప్పుడు తమ సందేశాన్ని వినిపిస్తారు. వాటి ముందుగా శ్రీ ధీరజ్ రస్తోగి సార్, ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ వైస్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ జిఎస్టీ అండ్ న్యూఢిల్లీ. సో వారిని ప్లీజ్ come and give his address the occasion, sir.
Honorable FM sir and honorable public dignitaries that have collected and the officers. It's a very, what should I say, that whatever product that GSTN has launched, we are actually seeing it being implemented over here. So it's a very proud time from the point of view of GSTN. But then I would also like to say that it's a pilot project and we have a lot of learning in the pilot project. So many of the corner scenario, many of the difficulties that come forward, so we wish to observe all of them very keenly over the period of next 1.5 months, so that whatever difficulties come, we get them resolved, and then also develop a facility where not only the officers do the biometric, the taxpayer also can himself do the biometric, so that he is facilitated with a service right at his doorsteps. So that would be our ultimate motto will be. And in the function I have also come across many of the new initiatives that have been launched. For example, GST Mitra tool and GST Gyan Kshetram. So we would also like to learn from them, and if possible then perhaps extend to the all India, so that everybody benefits whatever initiative is being taken at Andhra Pradesh. I know it's a very forward-looking state in terms of IT initiatives. So many of them we would like to implement at GSTN also. So thank you, and I congratulate all of you for this wonderful initiative. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Rastogi sir, last 2 days before he came and observed all these proceedings for biometric authentication. On behalf of the AP Commercial Tax Department, we thank to GSTN New Delhi, sir. So now Sri Sanjay Pandgaru, Chief Commissioner of Central Taxes, CGST Zone, Visakhapatnam, please address the gathering, sir.
Very good morning to all of you. Honorable Minister of State Finance, dignitary of the dais, senior officers, trade fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sanjay Pant. I am Chief Commissioner, Central Tax. My team of less than 2,000 collect almost 80,000 crores of revenue from the whole state of Andhra Pradesh, which is excise jurisdiction. 40,000 comprises of customs duty, including everything, IGST and cess. 23,000 from the GST, and 70,000 from the central excise. You know, in Arthashastra, Kautilya has said and postulated 5 basic parameters for a law to be good. For a law to be good, it has to be very simple. And the second is, there should be continuous increase in the revenue and the base of the SSC. Third is, the interface between the SSC or so-called the trade during that time should be minimum. It's just like a bee collecting honey and without affecting either the flower or the bee. The purpose is like that. There should not be any interface. And the fourth is that there should be minimum disputes. Minimum disputes, and if disputes are there, there should be robust redressal grievance mechanism. 2017 GST was born. Almost now it's 2023 end. 3 postulates are fulfilled. The SEC base has gone up. Like for example, when we started the beginning, the central excise, or let me talk to the GST base was hardly 40,000. Now we are controlling approximately 1,71,000 SEC base. State is controlling almost 2,81,000, 1 lakh more than us. When we started, the revenue was some 8,000 crores. We have gone to some 23,000 crores. So there is a buoyancy. There is an increase in the SSC base. The interface absolutely has become minimum. All offices are turned into the e-offices, and all the processes are through the GST and other forces. Second condition has been met up. But whether the law is simple, law has to be simple, and the government is concerned about it. And it's the churning. It's like a sagar manthan. Always remember the gestation period of any law to settle is minimum 10 years or more. Law does not settle outrightly. It goes on changing. So I think it's called the Amrit Manthan in the Amrit Kal, which is happening, where the tendency of the government is to make it more easy and easy and easy. Of course, we have robust grievances redressal mechanism at all levels, at the vigilance, at the appellate stages. But the second major part is the disputes are also emanating on rise. To become a complete good law, we have to make law simple, and disputes has to be minimized. And all such steps here and clarifications, the SOPs, and this is towards this. And I'm very sure in a time to come, you will have as simple as what Kautilya desires in his Arthashastra, the law of permutations should be there. Now, why this biometric? Biometric was there, and why authentication is there? See, when we started, beginning 2017, it was done on the maximum repost. You apply for the registration. If 7 days not given, it's a deemed registration. And government realizes very late that there is a parallel economy of fake invoices is growing. 1,70,000 crore is the new normal for collection per month. You don't know how much fake invoices are there. For your example, out of 100 rupees duty payment, only less than 18% are paid through cash in India. And rest all through this thing, through the SENVAT. And if major portion of the SENVAT or some part of it is a fake or is a blocked SENVAT or irregular SENVAT, it has to be checked. And 1% of increase in that base will give you a buoyancy of more than 7,000 crores of revenue. The results are compounding and enormous. And this, in addition to the biometric certification, to exclude those so-called fraudsters in the past, which has created havoc to the system. So I think we are on the right path, and so much presence, amidst seeing all of you, amidst the Honorable Minister of Finance and State and so luminary dignitaries. I think the department has really arrived. Thank you very much. Thank you, State Government, for organizing such a good party. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Vast experience of this indirect taxes helps the tax departments of both state and center. So now, Sri, I request the Honorable Secretary, sir, Government of Andhra Pradesh Finance, Sri Natarajan Guljar, sir, has given the address to the occasion, sir, please.
Thank you, Shekhar. Good afternoon to everybody. Honorable Minister, distinguished dignitaries on the dais, taxpayers and their representatives, and colleagues. It's a great occasion. Never expected that this would turn out to be such a wonderful and such an occasion full of energy and joy. And so I'm really thankful to Girija Shankar for organizing it. Thank you very much for all the team who have put in so much effort, not just on this, but for all those other initiatives that we have launched today. But I was thinking I'll just take a couple of minutes to just briefly dwell on where we are coming from as a department. So the vision itself is very clear. We say we endeavor to serve the taxpayer and the state with efficient, transparent and professional tax administration. So the key words are we serve the taxpayer, we serve the state, and with an efficient, transparent and professional tax administration. So efficiency, transparency and professionalism are central to everything we do. We have, in some ways, when we look at it, we have two important stakeholders. One is our taxpayers, because without the taxpayer, there is no tax, there is no department, there is no government, and the whole edifice of civilization and society that we today run on